Hi my tarot bumblebees, it's Ethony. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some tarot spreads I created for Hogwarts Houses from Harry Potter. So I love Harry Potter. I will still and forever always love the world of Harry Potter, even though J.K. Rowling has shown the world she is a total bridge troll. I can still enjoy the wizarding world of Harry Potter and everything that it has brought into my life. So I wanted to create tarot spreads for each house. I hope you all know what house you are. I am #Ravenclaw and using the teachers and all sorts of different aspects of each one of them. So crack out your favorite decks and use these tarot spreads for yourself and your friends. The first tarot spread is Gryffindor, and I'm going to be using the Dark Mansion Tarot when I go through it. But first of all, I want to go through each one of the spread positions and how it looks. So the first one is Godric Gryffindor's sword. What requires my fortitude? Number 2, bravery. Where am I asked to show up in my life? Number 3, helping others. How can I be of service to others? 4, chivalry. Where am I being challenged to do the right thing? And 5, Minerva McGonagall. What boundaries need tending in my life? So this is a fun little spread. So now let's lay out some cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I love that justice comes up for Minerva McGonagall because the goddess Minerva is the Roman Athena. So she's the goddess of truth and justice and wisdom and knowledge. Crazy, right? So I'm just going to quickly go through. So we've got what requires my fortitude, the 4 of swords. So, rest, taking the time you need, putting your swords down, all that kind of stuff for recuperation instead of just keep going. Sometimes we need to admit that we are in a space where we need healing and we need to be a little bit more vulnerable. Bravery, where am I being asked to show off my life? Taking control. When we have the Chariot, this willpower needs to come up. We need to really take control of our lives and not let other people be in the driver's seat. And that is absolutely perfect for a bravery is, own your decisions. Then we've got helping others. How can I be of service to others? And this may be helping them move on. When we have death, this could possibly be telling people straight up that it's over or that something isn't working. Sometimes that's helping others, even though we may not want to hurt others. Then we've got chivalry. Where am I being challenged to do the right thing? The 10 of Wands. This is taking responsibility, doing your work, actually not pawning things off or shoving things onto other people as their own labor. You need to take on the labor yourself. And then Minerva McGonagall, what boundaries need tending in my life? Truth, justice, in the tarot way, really being honest and looking at verbalizing your boundaries with justice and not allowing people to blindly step over them. So that is Gryffindor. So now we're going to do House Hufflepuff, and of course I had to use the Herbcrafters Tarot by the very, very talented Joanna Powell Colbert. I always want to do it the other way around. This is a perfect Hufflepuff deck. So the Hufflepuff positions are: number 1, Helga Hufflepuff's cup. How do I replenish my cup? Number 2, hard work. Where do I need to focus my energy? Number 3, patience. What aspect of my life requires more patience? Number 4, fair play. Where can I bring more balance in my life? And number 5, Pomona Sprout. What needs tending in my life? Okay, so those are the positions. I'm just going to do one quick shuffle because we all love that. We all love that noise. And deal some cards. So Helga Hufflepuff's cup. Hard work. Patience. Fair play. And Pomona Sprout. Oh, I love that we have 2 major arcana cards at the top, at the bottom, both the sort of matriarchs of the Hufflepuff houses, the founder and then the one who was in the movies the most. And then we would go through the readings. So the first one, how can I replenish my cup? Mugwort, the High Priestess. Shut up. Just stop involving yourself in stuff. Allow yourself some time in silence. Be comfortable with your own company. Go into the secrets of the universe. Do some spiritual work. Hard work. Where do I need to focus my energy? So the 2 of Earth is, Witch Hazel is really connected to balance, work-life balance. This is where do I need to focus my energy? So this is really about watching that you're not overworking in this position, and ensuring that you are resting. That really does connect too with that mugwort and making sure that you're getting enough sleep and all that kind of stuff. and not using the excuse of, oh, I can just keep going, because you'll end up, exhausted. Third one, patience. What aspects of my life requires patience? We have the rosemary and the coriander of air. So I like that we've got some sickles there. Rosemary is a protective herb. So I would also say with mugwort, we would look here, white sage, rosemary, mugwort. They're all protective herbs. Specifically to this spread, I'd be like, y'all need to do some protection. If this was like the reading that I would do for a client, I'd be like, you really need to look at your protections and your boundaries. But rosemary is, you know, ensuring that you have really good protections up and not allowing that to be something people are overstepping, and requiring some patience of yourself as well. Like sometimes the protective work or your boundaries work takes more than once for it to actually stick. Then fair play, where can I bring more balance in my life? Fire of air, white sage. So fair play and balance with this sort of fire of air. So we're looking now more at the Knight of Swords in this aspect, is really tending that adventurous side of yourself and maybe receiving a bit more than you have been giving, and ensuring that there is a balance in that one. And then Pomona Sprout, what needs tending in my life? The Empress and Rose. And that's another feed in here as well. It's like, are you nurturing yourself? Are you healing yourself? Are you tending your inner child? Are you tending all the things in your space that is sacred to the feminine aspects of yourself? And with that being Rose, of course, we're looking at love, relationships, intimacy, sex, all that kind of stuff. So that's how I would do a sample reading for Hufflepuff. Now we're going to move on to House Slytherin and their tarot spread. I'm going to be using the Shadow Light Tarot for this. It's a black and white deck, and I really like that sort of dichotomy for the Slytherin. And here are the positions for the layout. Number 1, Salazar Slytherin's locket. What should I keep to myself? Number 2, ambition. Where can I think bigger in my life? Number 3, cunningness. What do I need to be on the lookout for? Number 4, resourcefulness. What area of my life needs reimagining? And number 5, Severus Snape. What may be currently misunderstood in my situation? So let's go ahead and lay out some cards. I'm just going to give this a shuffle. Okay, so we have a very interesting reading here. Salazar Slytherin's locket, what do I keep to myself? We have the Queen of Wands, and this really speaks to me about keeping your plans to yourself. If you're creating something, if you are doing working on a project, don't go shouting it out to the rooftops. Let your work speak for itself, and have confidence in your ability to keep going. Sometimes we ruin things by sharing it with lots of people, and then they kind of make ourselves second guess ourselves. So keep that quiet. Your ambition. Where can I think bigger in my life? We have the 5 of Swords. Now this is a really interesting one because you'd think of like Parseltongue or sharp tongue, the Slytherins have kind of get a bad rap. And then we have the 5 of Swords, which is this vicious sort of cards. But then where can you think bigger in your life? And it's like, you got to look at your defeats, right? We're looking at our defeats in the 5 of Swords and moving past them. Think bigger than your failures. Think bigger than the times when you were a shitty person or you said something that you didn't necessarily like about yourself. That doesn't mean that who you need to be going forward. So moving past those failures or those times where you felt little of yourself. Then cunningness, what do I need to be on the lookout for? The Hanged Man. So what really gets me on this one is like, it's kind of that old Robin Hoodish sort of rope trick where you like step on the rope and it strings you up at the tree, which is very much what this looks like. So you need to be on the lookout for, it's a trap. So that's what I would get out of the Hanged Man. So look out for people who may be trapping you or kind of leading you down the garden path kind of as it is. Resourcefulness, what area of my life needs reimagining? We have the 9, I believe. Let me just recount that. 5, 6, no, 7, 8. Yes. The 8, it's hard to see. The 8 of Pentacles here, what needs reimagining is the work, right? What work you're putting in. You need to go back to basics and make sure everything is up to scratch. Are you crossing your T's and dotting your I's? Are you doing the work that you want to do, or have you lost your way along the way? Do you need to get realigned? And then Severus Snape, what may be currently misunderstood in my situation? We have the King of Pentacles. So maybe someone who is a leader or someone who may be seen as domineering or telling you what to do. They may have a very good reason for doing so, and it might be time for you to look a little deeper as to what's really going on there. So that's how I would use the Slytherin tarot spread. Now I'm going to do the Ravenclaw house tarot spread, and I am using the This Might Hurt tarot because, you know, savage Ravenclaws will tell you how it's going to go down. I can say that because I am one. So let's have a look at the positions of this spread. The first one is Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem. You know, I didn't know what that was. It's a crown. It's a tiara. I don't know why they just couldn't call it tiara and just save me the hassle. Where do I need to think differently? Number 2, intelligence. Where do I need to pay closer attention or research more? Number 3, knowledge. What knowledge do I need to put into practice? 4, planning ahead. What do I need to know about my future? And 5, Phyllis Flitwick. What area of my life can I master? So let's give this a quick shuffle and lay out some cards and read some Ravenclaws to filth. I now desperately want to know all of the houses of all of my favorite drag queens. Oh, interesting. 8s. Oh, we've got those 8s. Okay, so the first one, Rowena Ravenclaw's tiara. I said it. Where do I need to think differently? The 10 of Pentacles is very much a family, traditions, home, heritage, ancestors card. So I may need to think differently than maybe the people who came in my family. Maybe you're a bit of the odd duck in your family. And that's okay. Where you need to think differently, it may be in the household. Maybe you've gotten into a rut. You need to do things a little bit differently to shake things up and maybe have an agreement with everyone. I really like doing that, like having an agreement with everyone in the household. Like, it's like, I've had a hard day, you know, can we maybe have some levity? Or, you know, maybe we need to do no screens, no devices at the table, just really having that open dialogue. Number 2, intelligence. Where do I need to pay closer attention and do more research? Or this is really about what requires a bit more digging, what requires me to look into things harder. And the 8 of Cups is really about that solo journey around going and digging deeper into the self, looking at the eclipse of that shadow aspect of who you are and really integrating that. So when that came up in that position, it's time to do some shadow work, Ravenclaws. Then we've got knowledge. What knowledge do I need to put into practice? The world. I love this. There is so much wisdom out there in regards to world religions, world offerings, spiritual practices, but then putting it into practice can be really difficult. So no more reading all those spiritual books. Actually start doing something on the daily to help put that into your spiritual routine, not just in here where all that knowledge lives. Planning ahead, what do I need to know about my future? The 8 of Wands. So shit's going to start moving pretty quickly once you start putting that knowledge into practice. So get ready. It's time for a quickening in your life, and you're going to be showing some progress and moving forward. And that's really what's kind of got you a little bit stuck. So be ready. And then Phyllis Flitwick, what area of my life can I master? The Tower. So for me, this is really about the crashing of the ego and really doing that self-development work and the work of knowing who you are. So that what you can master is really yourself and who you are at the foundation of your being. All right, chickens, that is, well, I should say Ravenclaws, of course, ravens. That is how I would do a reading for Ravenclaw using my spread. That is it. Those are my Harry Potter house tarot spreads. Did you like them? Did you like your house spread? What house are you? Tell me in the description box below. Share my images on social, pretty please, and tag me at Ethony when you do, and I will see you all next time.